Let's continue your AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner, CLF-C02 preparation. You're on episode 9 of 15 in this Get It Done certified playlist, covering questions 81 through 90. Question 81. Which AWS service should users use to learn about AWS service availability and operations? Option A, Amazon Event Bridge. Option B, AWS Service Catalog. Option C, AWS Control Tower. Option D, AWS Health Dashboard Amazon. The correct answer is D, AWS Health Dashboard. Explanation: the Health Dashboard provides personalized and global service status, notifications, and operational alerts. Why not option A, Amazon Event Bridge, a serverless event bus for application integration? Why not option B, AWS Service Catalog manages approved catalogs of IT services? Why not option C, AWS Control Tower automates multi-account governance setup, not service health? Question 82. A company is building an application that requires the ability to send, store, and receive messages between application components. The company has another requirement to process messages in first-in, first-out, FIFO order. Option A, AWS Step Functions. Option B, Amazon Simple Notification Service, Amazon SNS. Option C, Amazon Kinesis Data Streams. Option D, Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS, Amazon. The correct answer is D, Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS. Explanation: SQS provides message queuing with optional FIFO queues to ensure ordered processing. Why not option A, AWS Step Functions coordinates workflows but does not natively queue messages? Why not option B, Amazon SNS pub/sub messaging, not FIFO queuing? Why not option C, Amazon Kinesis Data Streams real-time streaming service, overkill for simple queuing? Question 83. A company plans to migrate to the AWS cloud. The company is gathering information about its on-premises infrastructure and requires information such as the host name, IP address, and MAC address. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Data Sync. Option B, AWS Application Migration Service. Option C, AWS Application Discovery Service. Option D, AWS Database Migration Service, AWS DMS, Amazon. The correct answer is C, AWS Application Discovery Service. Explanation: Application Discovery Service collects on-premises metadata, including host names, IPs, and MACs, for migration planning. Why not option A, AWS Data Sync automates data transfer but does not discover infrastructure details? Why not option B, Application Migration Service automates server migration, relying on discovery data but doesn't collect it? Why not option D, AWS DMS migrates databases, not server inventory? Question 84. A company is storing sensitive customer data in an Amazon S3 bucket. The company wants to protect the data from accidental deletion or overwriting. Which S3 feature should the company use to meet these requirements? Option A, S3 Lifecycle Rules. Option B, S3 Versioning. Option C, S3 Bucket Policies. Option D, S3 Server-Side Encryption Amazon. The correct answer is B, S3 Versioning. Explanation: Versioning retains, retrieves, and restores every object version, preventing accidental deletion or overwrite. Why not option A? Lifecycle rules move objects between storage tiers, not protect against deletion. Why not option C? Bucket policies control access, not version retention. Why not option D? Server-side encryption encrypts data, doesn't prevent deletion. Question 85. Which AWS services or features enable users to connect on-premises networks to a VPC? Choose 2. Option A, AWS VPN. Option B, Elastic Load Balancing. Option C, AWS Direct Connect. Option D, VPC Pairing. Option E, Amazon CloudFront Amazon. The correct answers are A and C. Option A, AWS VPN. Option C, AWS Direct Connect. Explanation. VPN provides encrypted internet-based links, and Direct Connect offers private network connections to a VPC. Why not option B? Elastic Load Balancing distributes traffic within AWS, not for on-prem connectivity. Why not option D? VPC pairing links VPCs, not on-prem networks. Why not option E? CloudFront CDN for content delivery, not network connectivity. Question 86. What is the customer always responsible for managing, according to the AWS Shared Responsibility Model? Option A, software licenses. Option B, networking. Option C, customer data. Option D, encryption keys. Amazon. The correct answer is C, customer data. Explanation. Customers retain responsibility for the confidentiality and integrity of their data on AWS. Why not option A? Software licenses can be managed via AWS Marketplace or by all. Why not option B? Networking. AWS manages the underlying network. Customers configure VPCs. Why not option D? Encryption keys. AWS KMS can manage keys. Customers set usage policies. Question 87. Which actions are examples of a company's effort to right-size its AWS resources to control cloud costs? Choose 2. Option A. Switch from Amazon RDS to Amazon DynamoDB to accommodate no SQL datasets. Option B. Base the selection of Amazon EC2 instance types on past utilization patterns. Option C. Use Amazon S3 lifecycle policy to move objects that users access infrequently to lower-cost storage tiers. Option D. Use multi-AZ deployments for Amazon RDS. Option E. Replace existing Amazon EC2 instances with AWS Elastic Beanstalk Amazon. The correct answers are B and C. Option B. Base the selection of Amazon EC2 instance types on past utilization patterns. Option C. Use Amazon S3 lifecycle policies to move objects that users access infrequently to lower-cost storage tiers. Explanation. Right-sizing EC2 based on utilization and tiering S3 objects according to access patterns both optimize cost. Why not option A? Switching to DynamoDB, a platform change, not right-sizing existing resources. Why not option D? Multi-AZ increases availability but also cost. Why not option E? Elastic Beanstalk simplifies deployment, not a cost control action. Question 88. Which AWS service enables users to check for vulnerabilities on Amazon EC2 instances by using predefined assessment templates? Option A, AWS WAF. Option B, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option C, Amazon Inspector. Option D, AWS Shield Amazon. The correct answer is C, Amazon Inspector. Explanation: Inspector automates host-level security assessments on EC2 using built-in vulnerability rules. Why not option A? WAF filters web traffic, not host vulnerabilities. Why not option B? Trusted Advisor provides best practice checks, not template-driven scans. Why not option D? AWS Shield defends against DDoS attacks, not vulnerability scanning. Question 89. Which type of data transfer for a 2 TB dataset would incur no cost for a company using AWS? Option A, inbound data transfer from the Internet. Option B, outbound data transfer to the Internet. Option C, data transfer between AWS regions. Option D, data transfer between availability zones Amazon. The correct answer is A, inbound data transfer from the Internet. Explanation: AWS does not charge for data transferred into AWS from the public Internet. Why not option B? Outbound to the Internet, AWS charges for data leaving its network. Why not option C? Interregion data transfer between regions is billable. Why not option D? Inter-AZ intraregion, cross-AZ traffic incurs charges. Question 90. A company wants to create templates that the company can reuse to deploy multiple AWS resources. Which AWS service or feature can the company use to meet this requirement? Option A, AWS Marketplace. Option B, Amazon Machine Image AMI. Option C, AWS CloudFormation. Option D, AWS OpsWorks Amazon. The correct answer is C, AWS CloudFormation. Explanation: CloudFormation lets you define and provision infrastructure as reusable code templates. Why not option A? Marketplace catalog of third-party solutions, not ISC templates. Why not option B? AMI virtual machine image, not full resource template. Why not option D? OpsWorks configuration management with Chef/Ansible, not broad ISC packaging. You made it through this episode. If the questions and explanations were helpful, follow the channel and share the video with your certification study group or colleagues. Continue the playlist whenever you're ready.